Dear viewers, this is for PMP exam. For PMP exam preparation, the plan the project lesson 3 is very important. As per the PMI content outline, I'm going to discuss lesson 3, plan the project. In this video specifically, I'll be focusing on only planning projects. And in the coming videos, I will show you the scope, schedule, resources, budget, risk, quality, and integrate plans. So, what is planning projects? Project management plan is actually very important. Without plan, how can you implement a big or mega project? It's not possible. So project management plan is the document that describes how the project will be executed, how it will be monitored, and how it will be controlled and closed. It includes subsidiary plans, baseline, additional components, and so on. So why we need a project management plan? We need project management plan because it enables the project managers to execute project, to monitor project, to control the project, and to close it in the predictive approach. And for the adaptive approach, it helps the project management plan helps to establish guardrails to maintain the control. And in the hybrid approach, actually from the project management plan, teams can tailor their way of working and act quickly and flexibly. So project management plan is a necessity. So there are some subsidiary management plans under project management plan. These are scope management plan where scope of the work defined, schedule management plan where time and days and months are fixed, quality management plan, quality is ensured, communication management plan, how the communication will be done to the stakeholders, procurement management plan, how the resources will be procured, and requirements management plan, cost management plan, resource management plan, risk management plan, stakeholder engagement plan. So these all are actually subsidiary management plans under the project management plan. And also we have three baselines: scope baseline, schedule baseline, and cost baseline. In a scope baseline, actually, when we call baseline, it means the minimum approved scope or schedule or cost. So approved by the authority, either by sponsor or by the product owner. And there are some additional components of project management plan. These are change management plan, how you will address the changes, configuration management plan, how you will configure, how you will evaluate the deliverables, the quality of that, quantity of that, and how you will audit them. The project life cycle, performance measurable baseline, development approach. These are the additional components of project management plan. So what is actually project documents? Documentation and content created by the team to plan and manage the project effectively. So to plan and manage the project effectively, we need some documentation. And some documents are actually project artifacts which need to be maintained, then archived at the end of the project. So here are some examples of documents like basis of estimates, activity attributes, activity list, assumption log, change log, cost estimate, cost forecast, duration estimate, issue log, lesson learned register, milestone list, physical resource assignments. Also, some other documents are project calendars, project communication, project schedule network diagram, project scope statement, project team assignments. Example of documents also include quality control measurement, quality matrices, quality report, requirements documentation, requirements traceability metrics. Example of documents also include resource breakdown structure, resource calendars, resource requirements, risk register, risk report, schedule data, schedule forecast, stakeholder register, team charter, test and evaluation. So all these are documents. These are part of the project management plan. So in the collaborative planning or adaptive and hybrid development approach, actually there is difference between the role of product owner and team members. So product owner actually decides objectives according to customer needs and wants. And team actually execute work and help product owner plan the work. So what will be the product? What will be the work of project? So what are the objectives? What will be the story definition? Everything is decided by the product owner. The team actually execute the plan or desire of the product owner. So team members are local domain expert in integration management, and they know how work will be planned and completed. So execution, implementation of work is that part task of team. But the planning, defining objectives, defining stories, explaining stories, these all the tasks are done by product owner. So project manager or team lead or scrum master that actually focus on team to execute the plan work. So team actually implement or execute the work, and project manager, team lead or scrum master, they fully focus on the team to implement the project. On the other hand, product owner actually define the product, what features will be added, what he needs, what he desires, and he will explain the stories and define the feature. After that, after the plan, the team members under the leadership of project manager, team lead or scrum master, they will implement the project. Now we'll be focusing on how the life cycle is different. We have three types of development approach. One is predictive, another is hybrid, another is adaptive. So what are the difference actually? If we consider the requirement specification, if the requirements can be defined in specific terms, can be predefined, pre-planned before development, then we call it predictive. If the requirement specification elaborated periodically during delivery, then it is called hybrid. If the requirement specification elaborated frequently during delivery, then it is called adaptive approach. If the outcomes of the project can be delivered at the end of the project, that means it's predictive. If the outcomes of the project can be divided into pieces incrementally, then it's called hybrid approach. If the outcomes of a project can be delivered after each iteration according to the stakeholder desired value, then it's called adaptive. So here, in each iteration, stakeholders express their values, aspirations, what they desire, then the project manager has to address them. Scrum lead or team lead has to address this. And then if the changes are very constrained, very limited, as much as possible, then it's predictive. If the changes incorporated at a periodic intervals can be incorporated at a periodic intervals, then it was hybrid. But if the changes can be incorporated in real time, anytime, anywhere, any process, this is called during delivery. So it is adaptive. Adaptive means they accept, embrace the changes regularly, anytime, anywhere, in any process. And stakeholder involvement, if the stakeholder involvement is specific at specific milestones, then it is predictive. If the stakeholder involvement is regularly with certain interval, then it is called hybrid. But if the stakeholder involvement is continuously, anytime, anywhere, then it's adaptive. So now we are clear about what are the differences between predictive, hybrid, and adaptive. So predictive is fixed, predefined, pre-planned. Adaptive is actually change-based. So anywhere changes are embraced, accepted to satisfy the customer. And hybrid are the combination of both actually. Thank you so much.